Walking that bit on my toilet. Walking that bit with the O's. They bit it, they back, and they look, they chose.
Hello everybody and welcome to another MX Bikes video, and today guys we got a brand new Supercross track here, a part of obviously the aerial racing series and the replica of the real life track that's going to be raced later on today. But I do want to talk about this track a little bit in this video. I was unfortunately not able to do the aerial stuff because I had some school commitments, but it is what it is. I think I've made every other race the entire year, other than the first two. I didn't make the main event, but yeah, I mean, I think overall in NA points we're actually really high. I think we might even be top 10 combined between my 250 and 450 points in both classes. I think we might be on the national number list close to top 10, which is pretty crazy. And I do plan on doing all the outdoor rounds, or at least most of them. So we'll see where we end up with that. But it's not really important right now because we want to talk about this track. Hit that like button, boys. Stone Rider, let me tell you something, man. I'm not sure if you watched my video last week. You probably didn't. The video didn't do too well. But I definitely had some complaints about that track and wasn't really happy with kind of the scaling and how some of the stuff worked on the 250. And I mean, you could definitely say it was a skill issue, and it definitely was. But to me, it just felt a little bit too hard. And I was struggling to get some of the rhythms. And so I didn't complain too much. I just kind of critiqued it a little bit and wanted to see the jumps be a little bit more peaky. And I don't even know if they are, to be honest. I don't know if it's the spacing of the jumps or what it is. Maybe it's just the track layout itself. But this track feels really good. And I am riding on the 450. I've done some laps on the 250 though, and I did just fine. So I like this track a lot. I think Stoney definitely rebounded in my eyes. I know there's some people that didn't really mind last week's track, but I was not a fan of that, okay? And it probably has to do with how bad I raced. But there were some people in the comments that were sort of agreeing with me, so I wasn't the only one. But yeah, we're just going to be doing some laps around this today, trying to run some heaters, trying to learn the track a little bit. The Sam section here is actually really interesting, the way he's laid that out with like 3 different lines. And it's kind of just, can you find the fast line through that? Because if you don't, you're going to be bouncing all over the place on those sharp edges. But see what we can do here. I've already done a few laps, so I kind of know my way around. But I'd like to run at least a qualifying time. I'm pretty sure a 52 is what qualified for EU, so we'll see if we can do that. I'm guessing NA was probably somewhat close to that, because this track doesn't feel like something that you'd gain too much time on over a few hours. I mean, the track feels pretty simple unless I'm missing some sort of line, but I do think the sand section is actually extremely important. So we're going to talk about lines in this video, kind of go over them, and maybe talk about real life racing a little bit towards the end if anyone's interested in hearing my take on that, because I actually got my 250 predictions 100% correct last week. I guessed the podium exactly, and 450s was kind of close. I had Chase Sexton winning, Webb second. Or no, I think I had Jet second, then Webb third. But Chase should have won that race. Like, if we're being real, he just, I don't know what it is with Chase, but he just feels like he's not very aggressive when he tries to make passes. And even in outdoors last year when he tried with Jet, because there were some moments where he kind of went for it, he always made a mistake. Like, he can never just get the pass done. So I think that's his biggest downfall, to be honest with you. He needs to be, I don't know, more assertive on the track. Like, he's too fast to just kind of sit behind Ken Roxon or sit behind Webb. You know what I mean? I know Webb's hard to pass as is, but anyway. Talk about the track. We're not going to talk about real life moto yet. Now, I was watching Linz's stream, and he was going around outside and then cutting in right here. I kind of messed it up, but I also have auto sit on, so that is a bit of a detriment. It's not a huge detriment. If I take the correct line, I should be completely fine, but that is the thing with auto sit. Now, I do find it way more consistent, and that's why I run it, because I basically never crash, unless I raced last weekend. I crashed a lot, but it does definitely slow you down in some corners. So you have to find the exact line you want to take, or else you're gonna lose a little bit of time most laps, which again, to me, not a huge deal, but I definitely have to play the game a little bit different. And then outdoors is even more that way. You really have to find what lines you're taking, and you have to stick to them, and it is definitely a little bit of a nerf. Trying third gear here. Yeah, it's that one kicker right there. We have to cut under that, because if we go out, I don't think we go outside of it, because we'd like jump another rut. So we ran a 52.6 there, which I'm pretty sure would have qualified for EU. Maybe. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it was in the 52s. Maybe not. But the classes have thinned out a lot. Only 58 people tried to qualify for 450 EU, and they take 40 riders, so only 18 people didn't make it. That's pretty crazy. Didn't think that would happen, to be honest, so far, you know, this year. I honestly think the competitive scene is a lot smaller than we really think, grand scheme. Like, people that actually try to do it, it really isn't that many people. And granted, there is, you know, the division in the region lock, so I guess that sort of thins stuff out too, because you had people that were doing 2 regions last year. I didn't do that. I did it a little bit for outdoors, but I know there's some people that wanted to do both races, so I don't know how people do that. It's freaking, it drains you, dude, especially with outdoors, because I did it a couple times with outdoors, and they're like 9-hour live streams where I did EU and then NA. Not the most fun, but we were on a 51.8 right there. Pretty easy, pretty simple. There is a jump line into the swip section. You call it like the Jet Lawrence line. He was hitting that at, where was that? It wasn't St. Louis. It was, what was that track? I have absolutely no idea. I'm not going to act like I know. Indianapolis. There we go. I'm stupid. Where you had that jump line into the whoops. So we're going to try to hit that. I don't know if it's a time saver. It's really just how you jump the whoops after it, because it's definitely a time saver to the point of the whoops, but once you're in them, I think it's really easy to lose time, and I'm not sure if there's a smooth quad line through them. There might be, but we're going to have to see. So I'm going to try to test that out right now and go for a nice, good lap. You kind of have to sit down on that face to get like a nice smooth drive through that triple, and then you have plenty of speed to hit that quad on the 450. And Suzuki, obviously, it's a bit sketchy with stuff like that because it isn't the fastest, and that was absolutely horrendous. So we're gonna set our spawn point and go again. That is kind of tough. You have to do a weird angle, and with the tough blocks, I think I can actually get a lot closer to him than I think. Back wheel down, get this quad, scrub this. Oh, it's kind of sus. Oh no. There we go. Me 5 in? Nope. Alright, so, oh my goodness. Alright, so it looks like it's a quad. I'm not sure if you can quad. That's going to be the thing. I think after that we can jump out of them. I think it's like a triple out, so I really want to hit this line just to see if it's like even similar in speed. It's fine. We don't need this quad anyway. We fly out of this. As long as I'm close to my ghost so I can see kind of the separation. Oh, dude, I keep going for the 5 on accident. See, it didn't lose much time at all, and I don't think my whoops run was actually that bad. It might have actually gained a little bit of time, and then I know this inside here is the fastest, so I'm going to have to learn how to hit that. First lean back into that, and then kind of already know the line through here. And then reel the outside. You could go middle rut, but it's just kind of sketchy. Gotta at least run a 50 in this video. Oh god. It's fine, I think. Gotta get this line perfect. Nope. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Show me the money. Second gear. Okay. Scrub. Damn, that jump is like a little bit kicky. I keep kind of OJing that into the single there. Damn. My suspension's doing something weird on that face. It's like bottoming almost. I need to hit it like more straight. It doesn't feel right. That was not ideal. Somehow it works out though. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think triple out's probably the best. It's really tough, and I have to exit on the outside of the turn. I can't go inside. The thing about jumping the whoops is that, like, the exit of it, really tough. Definitely wouldn't be a race line at all. So I don't know. I'll probably just skim them from now on. I don't really think it's a risk that is worth taking. It could definitely be quicker, but I feel like you have to hit it so perfect it's not really worth it. So we're gonna go for the 50 right here. I have zero excuse not to get it. Okay, let's get it. Was not ideal. Would not lie. Go. Got choked. What a choke for me. Let's I reel this. Nope. Tough blocks. Oh. Alright. Okay, 50 is actually gonna be really hard for me, I just realized. I don't know if I'm built for it. See, I don't know. I think Lynn's are in a 49 in qual, so I mean, being within 2 seconds or a second of him is not really. Doesn't really feel possible for me. I'm not gonna lie. Turn. Ugh. I get this inside. Damn, this is hard, bro. I feel like I have 50 hours in the game right now, trying to go for these insides and not getting them. I feel like the Suzuki's just so wide, bro. Just be dragging sometimes. I'm just gonna go for this. What a whoops run, dude. Absolutely amazing. Immaculate, if you will. Somehow I'm still close to my ghost. What the? Inside got me scared for my life, dude. One more time, one more. Okay, that doesn't count, dude. Come on. Come on, I'm on the Suzuki. We gotta give me some slack here. Oh my god, we're an OJ. Alright, this is a great start. Dude, literally had it, bro. I could have literally finished that lap going like 80% and like I still would have ran a low 51 at least. I was so far ahead of my ghost. Brother, I keep messing that up. Alright, well we can jump into that clean now. We're getting like section by section done. I really do hate whoops to a tight 180 though on this bike. It feels impossible. I don't understand this rut. I like actually can't ride the rut. It's an actual issue. I hate my life. Alright, come on. Tee up. Damn, I keep missing that rut, dude. No, Suzuki. Finally, I get the corner somewhat good. Alright, boys. I low-key give up on the 50. I think we're just going to run a smooth lap here, and we'll see what time it is. It should be a low 50, I would guess. I'm just trying to go way too fast, and it's just not working for me right now. So that's on me. What? Dude, I don't understand that, dude. I really don't. This bike's never been like super front tucky. That's what's weird. Today in particular. Okay, we're still kind of moving here. My ghost is kind of glitched, so don't pay attention to the ghost. Finally, a decent sand run. Should be a low 51. Let's look. Oh, we did it. 50.9. We freaking did it. This lap's glitched. This lap's also glitched. This is the first time I ran it. Cool beans, boys. All right, so now I'm gonna talk about real life Supercross, boys. If anyone is interested, I'm gonna make it pretty quick, so it's not gonna be like I'm sitting here 15 minutes, but I do want to talk about the predictions for the East-West Showdown and then 450 class, just looking at this track and riding it in game. It does give you a little bit of knowledge. So this track is very interesting. There's not going to be weather involved. This, in my eyes, Jet Lawrence track, all right? You have a long sweeping sand section. You have a wall jump into a whoop section, which maybe he jumps into. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to scale it IRL. The main thing is this sand section, okay? This sand section is going to get treacherous. I mean, looking at it in game, obviously it's insane. I don't know how crazy it's going to get in real life, but I think Jet's going to stand up around about 90% of that, sit down on the exit, and gain at least a second lap on everybody. That's my guess. Could be completely wrong. Coop could keep up with him, or maybe Tomac says, you know what, I want another win. But let me talk about 250 real quick. I'm getting ahead of myself. So 250 class, you have Kitch in the points lead, you have McAdoo in the points lead for East, and then Deegan obviously won recently. I really think Kitchen kind of has his coast locked up. He just doesn't like literally need to win anything really anymore. He just has to not choke. If he can get a top 3, which is going to be very easy for him, beating someone like Joe Shimoda or Jordan Smith every weekend is something he should be able to do. Maybe he loses to RJ a couple times, but I don't think he should really sweat that unless RJ starts getting physical. So, honestly, I have Kitchen winning this too. Kitchen, I think, is finally, like, really confident in himself, and he clearly has the speed, and his starts are so good, dude. That's the thing. Like, Deegan is a hot and cold starter, bro. Like, Deegan's always up there, like, top 5, but that's not going to be good enough at an East-West Showdown. Like, Deegan has to get the whole shot. I don't think he will, so I'm going to give this to Kitchen. McAdoo, he has the points lead, but he's playing very conservative, which I think is smart. The PC guys never seem to play conservative, and that's why they always get injured. So I think that's smart for him. I don't see him winning this. I don't think he really would care to. Kitchen doesn't seem to be playing very conservative. Kitchen seemed to be just sending it. But maybe, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, if Kitchen starts to dial it back a little bit and say, all right, RJ, you can get your win, or Deegan, you can get the win, we could see one of those two win. But I'm going to say my podium is going to be Kitchen's going to win, Deegan second, Hampshire third, McAdoo fourth. So that's my prediction. I think Kitchen's got it. It's a tough one, though. I mean, predicting East-West Showdown is basically impossible. So that's my just guess. I think Kitchen's the fastest guy on a 250 in Supercross right now, most consistent as well. Deegan's right there, but again, I don't really think his starts can be that consistent. But who knows? I don't know. I think it might just come down to the start, to be honest. Because if Deegan gets the whole shot, I don't see anyone catching him other than Kitchen. I don't think Kitchen's really going to play with him at all, because he's in a title fight on an opposite coast, and he's also ridden with Deegan at Star, and he knows what it's like getting rubbed on. So that's my prediction. Kitchen, Deegan second, Hampshire third. I'm going to say McAdoo fourth. Again, I think McAdoo's just cruising it. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. As long as he beats Vial for a couple more rounds, he basically has it locked, and he should be a guaranteed top 3 guy, unless, I don't know, someone else on the coast has a good ride. So that's my prediction. 450s. I already kind of said it. Seems like a Jet track. I got Jet winning. Do I want Jet to win? Not really. I'd like to see Coop hold the red plate alone and then see some really close battles in the next few rounds. There's just something about this track, though. It just feels very Jet Lawrence-y. So I got him winning that. The track is closer, you know, kind of similar to Indianapolis, so I guess it kind of makes sense. And then second place, I think I have to go Cooper Webb. I think he's gonna get a good start. I think Jet's gonna be kind of buried, but I do think Jet's gonna come up pretty quickly. He's not gonna get a 15th place start like last weekend. I think he's gonna come up pretty quickly, get around Cooper, probably in this sand section. and probably pull a little bit of a gap. I mean, Cooper's not going to let him go, and Jett's not going to push it so hard that he's going to put himself at risk. But yeah, I don't think Jett's gonna choke anymore. I feel like he's had some bad rounds. He's due for a win again. I think Cooper's gonna stay right there. Listen, losing 3 points, not the end of the world. Knowing, you know, Jett's kind of been hot and cold recently, I think it wouldn't be the end of the world for Cooper, you know, mentally as well. I think he'll be just fine. So I think Jett wins, Cooper second, and then third, I mean, it's kind of a coin toss between, like, I don't know, Jason Anderson, Ken Roxon, Eli Tomac, or Chase Sexton. I mean, I'm going to say Chase Sexton gets third, but I could see any of those guys I just listed doing that too. Chase Sexton's just weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, he could win, but he could also get like sixth, and it's just like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense. He's on a new bike, so that's kind of the excuse I'd give him, but I don't know, man. He doesn't seem like super aggressive, and I've said that before, but those are my predictions. I don't know if they're going to be right, hopefully. I mean, I think the 251 is probably my best chance of that being right. I do think that top 3 is pretty solid. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Something to like when I was doing a video. Peace.